Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Matt, or Kojmaker, or Kos, or the Wizard of Kos, and I would like to welcome you to my channel. In this episode, we're gonna look at my top 5 plays since I've released the first video on this channel, and a bit of a progress report in terms of where I got since the first video was released. Let's have a look at some data about my previous matches. Since the first video has been released, I've played 27 games on Faceit. As you can see in the graph, it was a bit up and down. I haven't really moved anywhere. In the game 15, I was really close to finally reaching that level 5 on Faceit, but it keeps eluding me. To a certain extent, my game performance can be affected by one fact. The games I'm playing are of a mixed nature. What I mean by that, sometimes I'm playing solo queue. I'm queuing up with players around my level, and the games are a bit more even. However, I don't really know what teammates I'm queuing with. Sometimes I get really great teammates. Sometimes you know how it goes on Faceit. The teammates are not as good. In the second part of the games that I play, I queue up with my friends. My friends are of a higher level than I am. We have a level 10, we have a level 8, we have a couple of 7s and 6s. So obviously the games are becoming a bit harder. On the other hand, as we are mixed in terms of levels, the other team usually also is pretty well balanced in terms of their level, but enough of speculations. It's clear from the graph. The performance wasn't bad, but wasn't even too good. So let's look at a second piece of data. For that, I'm gonna look at aim stats from Leetify to see whether those mechanical elements of my game are improving or not. If you haven't yet watched my first video that I posted, most of my mistakes now are coming from insufficient mechanical skills. So that's my first and foremost focus when I'm evaluating any games. Some of you also commented on that when I was reviewing my demo in the second video that I posted, that I'm looking too much into my aim and not at the more strategical aspects of the gameplay. So just to clarify, now I'll be doubling down on the aim stats. As I progress in my development, when I fix most of those mechanical mistakes that I'm making, I'll focus more on the tactical elements of the game when doing a progress update or when reviewing the demos. So let's start looking at the Leetify. First of all, headshot accuracy. It has moved down from 17% to 15%, which is 4 percentage points below the Faceit level 5 average. I'm not sure what's been going on there because usually my headshot percentage in the games is pretty solid overall. So maybe my bigger focus on the spray patterns, on the counter strays, on the more general aim, not sure. Maybe not. Maybe I just lost my headshot touch a bit. When it comes to the second metric, the accuracy for enemy spotted, that means when the enemy is on the screen and when I'm actually shooting at the enemy, how many of those shots land. For this period, it has improved by 1 percentage points, and I moved 2 percentage points above Faceit level 5 average. Next one is the accuracy of all the shots, meaning how many of all the shots fired in the game landed on the enemy, so not only when the enemy was on the screen. I'm actually not sure why it went down when the previous one went up. Maybe I was just shooting at random places, I don't know. I guess it excludes those warm-ups, those periods when on Inferno you're shooting at the bells trying to make a melody while everyone is warming up. It's not probably something to be concerned about, as it's still being great. But if that keeps decreasing, maybe a bit more exploration would be worth. For the spray accuracy, I'm really happy about the progress I see, at least in these stats, but also feeling-wise in the game. I have put some effort in recall master training, and I also was advised by my coach to commit into spraying more often when I have a duel. So that's probably a reason why this keeps increasing. Now it actually moved by 8 percentage points to 43%, so I'm really happy about that progress. What I'm also kind of happy about is the proper counter strafing. In the previous period, I was around 78%. Now I actually moved to 82%, which is on par with next level average. I'm not really sure what happened at this point when I average 48%. I don't even know how that's possible. Speaking of concerning stats though, the crosshair placement is rated as poor, and I see a lot of red areas, even though I have put quite a lot of time in refrag, in learning those maps, learning those proper angles. It seems to be worsening. That means I really need to work on this. So more refrag, practicing those maps where I'm the least sure about what the proper peaking angles are, and just keep an eye on that also through the demo reviews. The last stat, nothing has really changed. I dropped the time to damage to 632 milliseconds compared to 629 milliseconds in the past, which is still around the average. With that short performance update covered, let's move on to the top 5 plays of the past 2 weeks. Number 5. Clutching is always fun, especially in eco rounds with P250 versus 2 fully armed opponents. Number 4. Even with weaker weapons, there is always a way to bring some impact to the game. Number 3. It starts with a very bad nade. However, I try to redeem myself. As I haven't made the smartest decision with my bomb planned, I don't manage to clutch this round. I think we're super close and I still believe this round deserves a 3rd place. Number 3. Some people on Faceit keep telling me I can't bring any impact in pistol rounds. I call BS. Thank you so much for making it all the way here in this video. If you like the content that you see, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel. Now, off to the highlight number 1. It's from the same game as highlight number 3. However, this time, the clutch is successful all the way to the end. What did you think of the highlights? Were they highlight worthy, or would you exclude a couple of them? Please let me know down in the comments. If you'd like to watch me play live, watch out for that Twitch or YouTube notification. Have a great day, good luck in your games, and see you in the next video. Bye.